Alright guys, welcome to a GhostofGamers.net presentation. This is the UNGL Open Challenge ladder, I think. Game between the Pirate Society and Dutch Bacon. Dutch Bacon, a relatively new scene, a couple people I know, but looking to get this cast underway. So far we got a couple of the bands out, looking like Pebbles, Devour, Witchslayer, Thunderbringer, and Dr. Pulsar. And last one should be coming out within a few seconds. Thilder, what do you think of this band so far?
I definitely think they are interesting bands. As far as I know, Pebbles, Devourer, and Dr. Pulsar, there are three bands that are very bands that people like to send out, like very much things people don't want to play against mid, like Devourer and Dr. Pulsar especially. Those are mid heroes that are very annoying and can definitely disrupt your gameplay to such a degree that you simply can't get your game on if the enemy plays them well. So they're definitely good bands to fan out. Witchslayer, of course, a very powerful support hero, and Thunderbringer, probably a ban because they wanted tri-lane, and seeing DBN's first two picks, that is definitely a viable option for them.
Yeah, it is, and yeah, I apologize. I said Dutch Bacon. I am stupid. It is Danish Bacon actually, but yeah, DBN over there. They are looking like they have that tri-lane setup going. The two supports first. Plague Rider, kind of an odd pickup. I guess not odd, but unique pickup. Don't really see him all that often nowadays, but obviously a very strong hero. A lot of magic damage coming out from that hero, so. Especially with the synergy from Hellbringer and even Wretched Hag with both of their ults, should be a very effective hero for this game.
Absolutely. I am kind of puzzled by the Valkyrie ban, but taking a quick look at the quick stats for some of the enemy team, 3 of the enemy team actually have Valkyrie as their most played hero, so I'm going to go on a limb and say the bans probably stem from that fact.
Yeah, obviously, if you know they're 26% Voodoo Jester, man. Yeah, obviously, if Valkyrie is one of their most played heroes, then it's a good thing to pick up. I mean, you know, someone's really good with them, and you don't want her to play them, rather than see them play something they're not as good at.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised by Zuriel over there. Gray has 26% Voodoo Jester played.
Wow.
So you must be
that's quite a lot,
impressive
actually.
Voodoo Jester.
Well, not necessarily, but you would assume indeed that, you know, someone's got 26%. But if you look at his matches, he's only got 47 official matches played, so for all we know, he could be playing no stats with a ton of different heroes, and 26% would just happens to be that he's plays those in scrims a lot because he's actually better with them, so it might not mean that much. But seeing as he is going to play it, they're probably playing to their strength, so you're probably right.
Yeah. That's actually most of the picks coming out right now. Just one more on each side, but so far it's looking like pretty solid tri-lane from the Hellborn side. Looking to probably pick up a hard carry down there to go with, and then have Chipper and Pharaoh solo lanes. On the Legion side, it looks like they might run a tri-lane, although I don't think that it's as strong of a tri-lane based on the support they have. I guess they're highlighting Nymphora, which would be pretty good in that lane. Let's see what they pick up first.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting picks from the. I'm sort of wondering. I mean, that Rampage can't possibly be what they're really going to pick. I doubt it.
No, they can't be it, especially just looking at their team with the tri-lane. Rampage, not exactly the tri-lane type of hero. Forsaken Archer a little better, but the Legion team, I don't really know how they're gonna lane. Hellbringer, I guess, and Wretched Hag solo, and then Nymphora and Plague Rider and Sandwraith in that tri-lane, but it's just not as strong a lane as Voodoo Jester and Glacius and pretty much anyone.
Indeed, I agree. Probably with Forsaken Archer, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Probably I mean, it could be with a Pharaoh, but Pharaoh doesn't really fit too well in a tri-lane. He can solo so much better.
Yeah, I would much rather see him in the solo lane than in a tri-lane. Obviously, a strong hero, but more dependent on levels than he is extreme farm.
Agreed. I must say I don't like Nymphora in a tri-lane. I know she's a good hero. She's got a lot of versatility. You know, she's got that heal, that stun. She's even got mana if you really need it. You know, if she skills it, but she really hurts when she doesn't get levels. Like her heal, a level 1 heal is extremely useless. It does 90 HP for 110 mana or something, and then as it goes on, as the levels go higher, it definitely becomes more and more interesting to have her skills. But if she's in a tri lane, especially in a support as a tri lane, she's not going to get much experience. So it's going to take her a long time to build up to those useful heals and that teleport, which can make or break your games if you use it correctly. So yeah, I'm really hoping they're not going to tri lane her, but they probably are, and I wouldn't like it, but I guess they will have to.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just one of those things where they're really in just a conundrum, I guess, of who to put in that tri lane, because obviously, to be honest, Wretched Hag, Plague Rider, Nymphora, and Hellbringer would all benefit from levels. Plague Rider, probably the least one out of there that would benefit from the levels and should probably be in that tri lane no matter what. But obviously, Wretched Hag, Nymphora, and Hellbringer really, really need to get those levels. I can't imagine them throwing Wretched Hag in a tri lane. So between Nymphora and Hellbringer, I don't know who it's better to throw in that tri lane and sacrifice the levels and have someone get all the levels. It's pretty much up to them and what they're trying to run. To me, I would say that based on their team, they're probably going to send Hellbringer into that solo lane just because they have more of a turtling strategy and a hard carry babysit kind of lane.
Agreed.
But,
Plus,
if they had a harder ganking team, I would assume Nymphora would do that. But with the kind of AoE kind of strategy they have going on, I would assume Hellbringer is going to go get those levels.
Indeed, I agree.
And on the Hellborn team, they do look like they have more of that gank style setup. Obviously, Pharaoh quite a ganker with his ult when he gets level 6, and Forsaken Archer also a very good chaser and chipper as well. So
yeah, definitely.
They do have that team fight presence though, especially with the combo between Pharaoh and Chipper and even Forsaken Archer. It's just they have good AoE presence as well as not sacrificing the ganking potential, which I really like about their team.
Yeah, I do agree. It's going to be they have a lot of potential to gank. They have a lot of potential to initiate team fights properly with that Pharaoh, of course. They've got a lot of control, slow stun, more slow, mummy walls, the crippling volley. They're definitely, I'm assuming they're going for a strategy where they try to control the flow of battle by controlling or slowing down the movements of their enemies, and that's definitely something that can work. But of course, the enemy has got more or less the same, so it's going to be interesting to see which one of them actually executes, uses the skills more efficiently and gets the upper hand in these team combats. Especially in lanes, if Hellbringer is going to go top against a tri lane, he's going to have a very difficult job. So they might actually put Hellbringer mid and Hag top, for example, because Hag is just stronger against the tri lane. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they are going to do, but neither Hag nor Hellbringer is especially good to lane against the tri lane. So it's definitely going to be a tough choice for them to see what they're going to do with these hero lineups.
Yeah, and I think one of the main reasons they don't have one of those good heroes laning against the tri lane is, to be honest, as far as the Hellborn team goes, Pharaoh and Chipper are probably two of my favorite heroes to play against the tri lane because they have that ability to get creep kills from literally miles away and not come anywhere near that tri lane in any sort of danger. And, Wretched Hag doesn't have that presence, and neither does Hellbringer. Hellbringer hits very heavily at the beginning of the game, which is good against the tri lane, but you really need to have that distance in between yourself and the tri lane to really be effective against that.
The one advantage they can have is if Wretched Hag goes mid, farms up to level 7 or something really quickly, and then just ganks. Because if she gets proper ganks off on that tri lane, her Sona Scream and that Bat Blast, they're gonna simply destroy that entire tri lane. Maybe with the exception of no, because they're gonna be three reasonably squishy characters on that tri lane. So if she gets that off, properly gets it off, then she's going to do so much hurt and actually pretty much own it. But it does look like Hellbringer is actually going to mid, so it's going to be
maybe might be going top. I think they're just kind of sending people out right now.
No, but still, Hag should probably go mid. Even if Hellbringer's not going to be able to do anything against that tri lane, if Hag gets a proper levels and proper farm, she is going to kick that tri lane from here to wherever and back again.
Agreed, and Hellbringer's ult will be really good against that tri lane, but Hellbringer's ult just doesn't provide as much damage as Wretched Hag's does, just instant burst damage. Yeah, he's got the stun, and it can help set up a lot of AoE a lot better, but Wretched Hag's, you can just jump in, and how much damage is it? I can't even see this game.
Yeah,
It'd be
definitely.
290 just right away. And if all those heroes are level 4 and she's level 7, level 4 heroes don't have very much health. 290 health, 290 damage to each one of them instantly, plus damage from Han is just
Exactly.
devastating.
Especially if you consider that support in a tri lane gets even less farm than support in a dual lane, and support in dual lane hardly get any farm. So they're going to be extremely low on HP. They're going to be extremely low on stats. So they're not going to be able to do much if she actually times her things correctly. Because if she gets caught in a stun and another stun, she might be in a bit of danger because it is still a tri lane. The 3 heroes that could be bashing in on her. But yeah, if she does it well, then it's going to be no problem for her.
Yeah, it does actually look like both teams deciding to send their tri-lanes through the long lane. Kind of an interesting decision, but I honestly like this a lot better because, they do have that support on the tower at their back for that one solo hero going against the tri-lane, so probably not the worst decision, but it'd be interesting to see which team makes the adjustment first because obviously one of them is going to try to.
Yeah, agreed.
I guess they might not even, just because it's a good positioning for the single person playing in that lane, so I can't imagine that they would want to switch that up, but I guess if the tri-lane is going poorly, then they might switch down or something.
Well, fortunately, both tri lanes are against a single hero, so, if that single hero is somehow able to disrupt that tri lane so bad that they can't really get a good farm on, then, no, well, then that play is just a very exceptional play. I mean, a Hag is good against a tri lane, but not in the sense that she's good laner against them, and just in the sense that she can actually gank and kill them a lot faster. So I doubt that this tri lane is going to see much issue, at least in the early game, and I doubt that tri lane top is going to see much of a problem early game, to be honest.
Yeah, and they are keeping up their pulls and stuff, but honestly, I'd like to see Pharaoh just max that Tormented Soul and just, especially Nymphora and Plagueguard are both very squishy heroes. And we actually see Bloodlust going down, smack down in the middle by Phasmo on that chipper, getting some assists from Voodoo Jester and taking out Hellbringer relatively early, which is definitely not good. I mean, you send Hellbringer to the middle lane looking to get those levels, and he gets Bloodlusted at 2 minutes. That's not good.
Definitely not. Chipper's Chipper's a very good hero, and I know Phasmo does like playing him, and they have played Chipper. DBN has played Chipper a few times as part of their lineup, so it's definitely not a strange hero for them to play. And
an extremely strong burst damage hero, especially with the new changes to the oil spell. I don't know what it's called actually. Tartos. Yeah, it used to be kind of difficult to hit. It used to be kind of more of a skill shot. Now with the instant cast time, you can just drop it on top of someone and shoot 3 missiles in their face, and they're taking 500 damage easily.
Yes, agreed. So this Hellbringer is just gonna have to play a bit careful. I mean, Chipper, yes, he does have a great burst damage, but the rockets, they're not instant.
Instant initiation on Nymphora up top, Pharaoh trapping her in the mummies, and she is going to go down. Kind of moving that tri-lane up there to help out with Pharaoh. Kind of an odd decision, but it looks like they really didn't like running that tri-lane bottom, so Hellborn deciding to move up there and maybe send Pharaoh back down to the bottom, or even, I guess they could run a quad lane, but that'd be pretty strange.
Well, I'm going to assume here that they probably said that we need a tri-lane top to counter their tri-lane, because we cannot allow their tri-lane to get farmed, even if our tri-lane might do well. But yeah, it looks like the Legion is swapping their lanes around instantly as well.
Yeah, so the Legion really wanted to keep that tri-lane against the one hero, but obviously I would say that it's a good move on the Hellborn team's